Hello, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel. This is your weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 20th of November 2017, and it's the Knight of Wands. Very fiery card, lots of reds, yellows and oranges in it. Even the chap's hair is bright red. And it very much is the epitome of wands, this card. But what does it mean for you? Well, with court cards, there can be difficulties because they represent people, but also energies. If you're interested in learning more about the court cards, there's a chapter in here on the court cards, Tarot Novice to Pro, in one book by Colette Clairvoyant. That's my book on the tarot. So as a person, the Knight of Wands represents a mature male from about 30 and up, who is a fire sign, either Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Now, because we're going into the time of Sagittarius this week, there's even more focus on Sagittarius than even the other fire signs. So very much, if you have a Sagittarian male in your family, whether that's brother, father, uncle, son, friend, the focus can be quite on them. So it's important to maybe keep an eye on them, see how they're doing, do they need your help, or be there to applaud them when something goes really well for them. Make a fuss of Sagittarian males as we start their time in the zodiac calendar. But generally, if you have someone that is a fire sign male in your family or friendships this week, this is their time and the focus should be directed towards them. Now, as an energy, the Knight of Wands in a lot of the traditional decks is it's very much seen as the go-getting card. It's the knight that takes action and moves forward, and to a degree that is the main aspect of this card. But with Rohrig, he brings out the potential for that knight, yes, to be going ahead and zooming ahead, but because not everybody's on the same wavelength or in the same time scale, he actually has his hand on his head, like total frustration. Do you see that? So Rohrig brings out a slightly negative form of this very, very in-your-face knight. And in general, it can mean that you really want to get things done, and you want them done quickly, and you want them done in your way. But the energy around about you will hold you back in certain ways, and it's how you deal with that that shows your personality traits or your spirit, to be honest. It's very much one of those things that, you know, you can tell someone's you can tell someone's personality by the way that they deal with tangled Christmas lights. I've always thought that was a good one. I think it was Mary Angelou that said that, but I agree. I totally agree, and you'll have your own stories on that. But anyway, in general, you may be wanting to push forward with an idea or something you want to plan, maybe Christmas or New Year, and you'll have all the creative thoughts and all the energy. But just remember, that might just be you. Other people might be 6 weeks behind you. Other people might not have the energy that you feel you have to go forward. And I know sometimes with myself, with the autoimmune disease, there's days where nothing is going to happen, but there's days when I do get a bit of energy, like, right, okay, and sometimes I can expect everybody to be with me at that point and everybody to jump a little, and I'm not even a fire sign, and then I get frustrated when they won't, and that is the epitome of this card. So if you're full of energy this week, if you're full of ideas, creativity, remember to be nice to people, and also to realise that other people may not have your enthusiasm or your drive or your creativity at this time, okay? So looking at it in more specifics, in career, it's a good career card if you're wanting to move forward with career But again, you have to watch that you're not going too far ahead too quickly. It's like the advice I would give on this card is don't run before you can walk. You may want to open a new YouTube channel. You may want to ditch your job and train and do this, that, next thing. That's fine, but slow down a little bit and make sure that you're getting all the facts and figures and that you've got the support you need before you do anything drastic. Look into the sort of slightly negative traits of Sagittarius, and you'll see the downside of this card, you know. Impatience, a sense of needing to be free and go forward without really taking on board what other people need. So in career, don't run before you can walk, okay? If we look at health, because of the hand on the head and all the fieriness, I see this as a kind of heightened blood pressure card, heightened stress card, but stress that comes from, you know, kind of within yourself. You know how we can all have things that are stressful in our day-to-day life, in our work, in our health, etc. But sometimes we make the stress ourselves, and we get ourselves worrying to such an extent that we're anxious and we're banging our head off a brick wall. That's the aspect of this card. So with health, you could find that your health isn't great this week if you don't stop yourself from inventing your own stress, even reacting to stressful situations that maybe have nothing to do with you. You could step back from them and not get involved. So it's important for a good balance this week in health of blood pressure, of this card even gives me the sense of indigestion and fire. So, you know, in career you might want fire in your belly, but in health you don't really want fire in your belly. Take it that way. So with health, be aware of outside stress or stress of your own making, and chill it, okay? For relationships, yeah, it's good to up the communication in the week ahead, because sometimes you'll get particularly fire signs having all sorts of ideas for the future, what they want to do, how they want to go forward, and if that's not communicated very well, then the other person may feel as though they're left behind or they're not having their say. So it's really, really important that, particularly if you are a fire sign, and God help it if the two of you are fire signs, just, I don't know, talk a lot in the week ahead, communicate well. But it's time not to get frustrated with your partner, particularly if they don't have a clue what's going on in your head. If you've decided this, that and the next thing, but you haven't let them know, of course, you can't be frustrated with them. That's sensible. So calm it down a bit. If you're looking for a partner this week, there is the potential for love and romance with fire sign males, Sagittarius, Aries and Leo. So enjoy. And if we look at money, can be frustrated with money with this card. You can feel that you've got a lot you want to do, but you've been held back maybe by lack of resources, or lack of, say, a bank loan, or lack of, you know, the sense of a financial security. You may want to jump ship from the job. You may want to build something onto your house, but it could be that the time's not for that you've got the ideas and the creativity for it, but the finances are just not there. In that situation, I would say keep the ideas, keep the creativity, and then move on them when the time is right. So quite a fiery, intense card this week. Can also bring out a great degree of passion, particularly if you're with a fire sign male. So that can be nice. And enjoy. Many blessings. See you next week for the weekly tarot card. Bye now.